The devil is especially crafty in enticing people to a corrupt and dangerous imitation of spirituality. Therefore, the Catholic Church has always warned her children to take special care of their souls and be on guard against the dangers of occult and New Age practices. In the year 2003, the Catholic Church published a 6-year study on the New Age movement called A Christian Reflection on the New Age. The study is highly critical of the New Age movement and follows the 1989 document Aspects of Christian Meditation, in which the Vatican warned Catholics against mixing Christian meditation with Eastern approaches to spirituality. Catholic teaching is very clear about the dangers of New Age occult ideas. One of the most common elements in New Age spirituality is a fascination with extraordinary manifestations, and in particular with paranormal entities. As in Bartolo Longo's time, people recognized as mediums claim today that their personality is taken over by another entity during trances in a New Age phenomenon known as channeling, during which the medium may lose control over his or her body and faculties. These manifestations are indeed spiritual, but are not from God, despite the language of love and light, which is almost always used. It is more correct to refer to this as a contemporary form of spiritualism rather than spirituality in a strict sense. Other so-called friends and counselors from the spirit world are labelled as angels, which have become the centre of a new industry of books and paintings. Those who refer to angels in the New Age do so in an unsystematic way. Many people today are convinced that there is no harm in borrowing from the wisdom of the East. But as in the case of transcendental meditation, Christians must be aware and very cautious about committing themselves unknowingly to another religion, in this case Hinduism, despite what the promoters of transcendental meditation claim about its religious neutrality. To try to discover the future through tarot cards or palm reading, or to try to control the future through black magic, witchcraft or sorcery, violates the first commandment. Other dangerous practices popular today, even among Catholics, and sometimes taught by nuns and religious centres, include Enneagram, Reiki, yoga, Zen, centering prayer and labyrinth, all of which have their roots in the occult and must be avoided by those wishing to live a life of Christian grace. By opening ourselves up to popular current cultural ideas as promoted in film, television and music, including such practices as angel cards, runes, spells, tarot cards, Wicca and Ouija boards, we open doors to the occult world and invite demonic spirits into our lives and the lives of our families. Although very popular in our current culture, the Catholic Church warns us against the dangers and deceptions of New Age and occult practices. In number 2116 of the Catechism of the Catholic Church, it states, "All forms of divination are to be rejected. Recourse to Satan or demons, conjuring up the dead or other practices falsely supposed to unveil the future, consulting horoscopes, astrology, palm reading, interpretation of omens and lots, the phenomena of clairvoyance, and recourse to mediums, all conceal a desire for power over time, history, and in the last analysis, other human beings, as well as a wish to conciliate hidden powers. They contradict the honour, respect, and loving fear that we owe to God alone. Bartolo Longo is a powerful example, especially relevant today, of a Catholic deceived by New Age practices, but eventually responding to the grace given by God of freedom from sin and bondage to such dangerous deceptions. His was a long and painful journey, which led him deep into the dangers of spiritualism and contact with evil spirits.